Hey everybody, I'm going to give you some really quick tips on how to make a screen capture video just using your Webex Meetings app, but also a few other tips on how to set up your equipment and tech in the background to make sure that you get the best result possible. You can use this kind of recording to talk through a slideshow presentation or to talk through eLearn, or maybe unpack an assessment task that your students can then watch and then come back to you with questions later on. So with these few quick tips, I reckon you'll be able to create some really great video content for your students. The first thing that you're going to need is either a laptop with a webcam or a separate USB webcam that you can plug in. The other really important thing is to have a headset with a microphone. It's going to optimize your audio so much more than the built-in microphone in your laptop. So if you do have an option like that, do use it. It's going to improve the quality heaps. If you're doing lots of screen records, or if your team is doing lots of these kind of recordings, then investing in a better microphone as well is going to make that audio sound really crisp and clear. The second thing that you want to consider is getting your webcam up to your eye level so that you're actually looking straight into that webcam and you're making direct visual eye contact with your students as they're watching this video. The third thing you want to consider is not having too much bright light behind you. That's going to just turn you into a dark silhouette and your students won't actually be able to see you as you're talking. Once you've got those elements sorted out, then let's get into the tech to get set up for our screen recording. Okay, so we're set up now and I'm going to show you how we can record your screen and your face to make a great screen capture recording for your students. First thing to do is I'm going to go to the settings on my computer. So I'm going to go down to the taskbar, open up settings. And importantly, what we want to do is switch off your notifications so that you don't get little email notifications or message requests coming through. So we go to settings, I'm going to go to notifications and actions. And up here, I'm going to switch this off, get notifications from apps and other senders. So I'm going to turn that off so that no little annoying email messages or anything comes up whilst you're doing the recording. Great. So then you're ready to hop into Webex to start making your meeting. So if I start our meeting, we'll be able to do our recording from here within Webex. Okay, so let's get Webex set up so you can make a really good screen recording for your students. I'm going to go to the share button here, and there's a few things that you can make sure you tick off to get this working well for you. So I'm going to show me in front of the presentation because students feel a lot more connected to the content when they can actually see who it is that's talking to them. And you can also see things like body language and expressions as you go. Then I can choose which either screen or window that you want to share that you're going to be talking about. And here I'm going to actually choose optimize for motion and video. If it's something that I'm going to be doing a lot of scrolling or perhaps showing a video through Webex, then that's going to be the best one for me. And I can choose whether or not I want to share the computer audio. So if there are sounds or anything that's in the content that you're sharing, you want to make sure that that is on so the students will be able to hear the sound in the recording. Okay, so let's share the screen there. Great, and then when you click share, you'll see that you're coming up with the preview of your face here, and I can move that around and I can make it bigger or smaller, depending on how intrusive that might be into the content. So this is great for particularly if you're using some really static content like a slideshow, and you've also got yourself there that is showing the expressions and getting a little bit of eye contact with the students as you're talking through it, making sure that you're adjusting the position of your preview to make sure that you're not obscuring anything for the students. And from there, you can just talk through your content. Don't be afraid to do a couple of takes or a couple of practices, and having a good little script perhaps of some of the key points that you need to discuss as you go through. And then at the end, once you've finished your recording, you can of course just stop the recording in the bar up the top, and either you have saved that on your desktop computer or it will save in Webex where you can then go back through the link to access that file. Now, if your talk through is, pretty clear and concise, then you won't really need to edit it or do anything like that. You can just share that video as is. But if it is a bit clunky, or if there are some parts that you just want to take out to make it a bit more concise for the students, then I recommend going and having a look at one of my videos on using Adobe Rush to make some quick edits to your videos. You can also then add things like captions or headings into that video just to help consolidate some of the key points for students. So do check out those.